As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Hurts to throw. Buying time to his left. This is Smith with a grab. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts running right through him. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 63 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Yeah, able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Being chased out left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Tackle there by Big Jordan Davis. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's got his big tight end here. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Hey, kill! 47!
10th carry now for Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Running the jet sweep as Prescott backs it forward. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Now Elliott. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run left with Pollard. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jalen Tolbert, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder to start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action with Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man. Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a give here to Pollard. Room here to run. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. 64 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Flush to his right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots. And that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try again with Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Michael Gallup from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts with his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Cowboys will advance to the next round as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.